Okay, so we're going to get started building out your website, and the first thing you're going to need to do is log in. And if you don't know your login information, you can go back to your cPanel under your application installs and simply just click on the gear, and it will show all the attributes, which is like the name and everything else. And you see what your username is here. And if you don't remember what your password is, you can create a new password and go from there. You can just click generate, and it will actually generate you one of those ridiculously long passwords. But for this example, I already have my password, so we're just going to use this username. And keep in mind, all this stuff will change here in a few minutes. So you want to put in your username and then your password and log in. You don't have to worry about remembering, because like I said, we'll have a totally new username and password here in just a few short minutes. So once you're logged in, you'll see the basic layout of the dashboard. You'll have Clef enabled. This is something that is brand new at the time of me recording this, which is early June 2016. And I'm going to go through and do a totally separate video once we get the site built to go over the Clef I don't want to call it a plugin, but the feature that comes with WordPress as far as the logging in with your phone and all that fun stuff. So we're going to go over that in a little bit. And then the at a glance is just a basic walkthrough that shows how many posts, comments, and pages you have. And it also gives you a highlight of what version of WordPress and what theme you're running. Currently, for right now, I guess you would say the default theme is 2016. This is going to be changed later as well. So, and of course the WordPress version is going to change as they continue to update. So basically put, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go under plugins, and we're going to click installed plugins. And this is going to show the plugins that are currently installed on the website. And you're going to want to keep the Akismet, Clef, and limit login attempts. So the first thing you're going to want to do is delete the Hello Dolly plugin, and you can do that by simply clicking delete. And this is going to ask you if you sure you want to delete the files. Click yes. And that is a quick walkthrough on how to delete a plugin. But the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a plugin. So just click add new. And this is going to bring in the search feature so you can actually search for plugins. And the plugin we're going to be looking for is WP, if I can spell, WP Clone, and hit enter. And this is going to bring back WP Clone by WP Academy. It's a great plugin. It's not been updated in a while, but I have tested it and everything seems to work fine. So just click install now. And once it actually installs all the files, you'll want to activate the plugin. And the next step is the fun part, right? So right now, if you go to your actual website, and we're going to open it in a new tab so I don't lose my place, you'll see this is what the website looks like. Very plain, very simple. And you'll see there's a comment. You got welcome to WordPress, hello world blog post. There's a whole bunch of stuff. There's comments, that everything that's in here. And you still only have a few plugins. Nothing is set, nothing is gone through. So what this is going to do is this is going to actually go in under your pages. It's going to remove all the fake pages. It's going to add a bunch of pages such as your privacy policy and terms and services, or terms of use, privacy policy, earnings disclaimer, a whole bunch of stuff. And it's going to also go through and make sure the rest of your settings are done properly. So just go down to WP Clone and click on it. And the first thing we're going to do is actually install a backup. And what this is, or restore from URL. And what this is going to do is this is actually going to create a totally done for you website, with the exception of the WordPress theme, because I do not own the WordPress theme that I'm recommending you guys use. I cannot give it away for free and have it installed on this. So for right now, just type in http://litl.me/start, START, and then click I agree and restore from URL, and OK. This could take a few minutes. Sometimes it takes a minute or two. Other times it takes, it could take upwards of 10 to 15 minutes, depending on the speed of the server at the time you're doing this. If there's a lot of people running scripts and different things all at one time, it could take a while. So I'm going to go ahead and wait for this to finish, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're already finished, and you see it says restore successful. Do not worry about this information. It's not something you need to know. But the next thing we're going to do is resave the permalink structure. So click here. And then you're going to have to log back in. Now the trick with this is, because we did a backup, it's going to be a new username and password, which is why I told you not to change it earlier. So basically put the username, this is very simple, is start, S-T-A-R-T, all lowercase. And then you go down to the password, and the password is no spaces, delete me now. Just delete me now. All lowercase, no spaces, and then just click login. X that out. You don't need to remember it. And now you're logged in. You're going to just simply come down, make sure it's selected for post name, and click Save Changes. And now that you have that done, you'll see it's a totally different back end. There's a whole bunch of different things here. And that's just from the install. And if you go back to your website and click Visit Site and Open, you will see it's going to be a little different. Not a lot, that's still very basic. You'll notice that it still is the, if it will load, my internet's running slow today, please forgive me. Okay, there we go. But as you see, you have different pages up here. You have a home page, which is going to be, once we get the theme installed, where we'll put all the fun stuff about you, and with your services and stuff, just some spotlight stuff, your about page, your blog page, your contact page. And there's also a few other ones that just aren't in this menu right now. And we're going to go ahead and show you how to add stuff to the menu and all that stuff here in a second. But now that we have this done, the next step we're going to do is to actually go in and create a new user, and to also delete the user, the basic start user that we just entered in, because we're not going to want that on the site because it's out public, so everybody knows the username and password. And if you tell people you built the site using the Small Biz Academy tutorial, they now have a way into your website. So we're going to cancel that out and make sure they don't. So just click over to users and click on add new. And this is going to be where you're going to create your username. This is going to be one of the most important parts of this setup, because this is going to actually allow you to have a little bit of SEO and some basic stuff, basic information about you. So you're going to want to do the username, and you don't want to use basic terms like admin or things to that nature. So you're going to want to fill out your username, the email address that you want, that you have total access to as often as possible, because this is where you're going to see the contacts from the contact forms. You're going to see anytime there's an update, anytime someone comments. So you're going to want to make sure you have this email as your main email. Then you're going to, of course, do your first name, last name. Your website, when you fill out the website, you're going to want to make sure that you include the HTTP :/ and then the website. So for this one, I'm just going to go ahead and put cjhalleck.com. And then, of course, show password. This is going to be, if you want it generated, you want to make sure that it's at least medium or strong in the strength category. You can go ahead and enter in whatever you want your web's password to be. Once you get it to medium or strong, then you're just going to want to come here, click administrator, and then add new user. So I'm going to go ahead and do all that real quick, and I will be right back with you guys on the next screen. Okay, so now that you have that done and you've created your user, as you see, we have you right here at the top, depending on the name, because it is alphabetized. So the next thing you're going to want to do, and don't worry about this little picture that's here, I will show you in a later video once we finish building the website how to get that. It's just a simple gravatar.com if you want to try to figure it out yourself. And then you just sign up with your email address and automatically it puts this picture here. So moving forward, Now that we have that done, you're going to want to go up here in this corner and click log out. And this is where you're going to log back in to actually delete the start user. So you're going to log in using the account that you just created. Now remember that one because I'm coming back. Okay. And now that you've logged back in, you don't need to take any tours. So we're just going to close all this congratulations and pop-ups and stuff, and then just simply go back under users and go to all users. And from here, what you're going to want to do, close that again, is go under the username start and click delete. Do not worry, it's not going to delete anything else but the name as long as you do this next step properly. Just click under attribute all content to. You're going to want to make sure you have your new username selected and click confirm deletion. Now that you have that done, we've created our new user, we've deleted the old one, we are now secure and ready to roll as far as that is concerned. Let's go back to the dashboard, and I want to show you a couple quick things that we have in the dashboard that wasn't there before, and just let you know why they're there and why I have this set up this way. The first thing is going to be Permalink quick add. It's very important that you keep this here. You're going to use this a lot, or you should use this a lot in your marketing campaigns. Basically put, it's a URL shortener exclusively for your website. So instead of going to Bitly and places like that to, shorten your links for, Facebook posts or Twitter posts and stuff that you want to share, you can do that here very simple. And I'm going to get deep into that into the Permalink video, which is going to be coming down the line here in a little bit. But for now, we're just going to continue to go through. You'll see quick draft, which is a quick way for you just to save a draft in case if you have an idea for a blog post. Your at a glance, of course, is still the same. And then you'll also see the Small Biz Updates tab. This is something that I added for you guys just as a quick reference back to the Small Biz Academy. I'll have different features and things here in this middle section that's going to point to different things from time to time. For now, it just goes to the stock photo site that I highly recommend, which is Stock Fresh. And at the top, of course, you have a link that goes to our blog, a link that goes to our online courses, such as the one you're watching now, and a link that goes to our ebook library, where we have a huge selection of free ebooks to help you market your business online. And last but not least is this video. Currently, it's just a very basic video. I believe it's a Joyce Meyer video. But this is where I'm going to be doing video for you guys to let you know when there's new updates or new trainings on the Small Biz Academy. If there's a new plugin that you guys need to check out, or updates to the WordPress theme to make sure everything works. I'll have videos here for you guys periodically as I walk you through once we finish the process. That way, if you see a new video, watch it, because it's going to be important information about your website. So that being said, I'm going to hop off of here, grab myself a bite to eat and a drink of water, and come back, and we're going to go ahead and jump in from here into the different plugins that are installed, why they're installed, what they do, the power of them, how to make sure everything's set up properly, and then moving forward from there will be the WordPress theme, how to install it, and then we're going to get to the visual aspect of designing your website. So that being said, hope this has been helpful. We'll see you in the next video. Be great, stay boosted, take care.